Ranting.
Hey, love is everything.
The boy is mine.
I know anybody's gonna be lonely without the reason they got someone to care for.
Right now because of him. A lot of my credit repair customers because of him. If Jeremy promotes stuff out of me, like anything that, because I do a lot of things out here, and Jeremy comes home every day or contacts me throughout his day with somebody, whether it be credit, like, hey, somebody's looking to do this, babe. I talked to them about you, blah, blah. Like, when we close the deal, y'all see the closing video, but just still the point is, he really, really, really values me, and kudos for doing what you're supposed to do. Like, I'm a mom, I don't get kudos for it. He's a dad, but just like to just do it without any question, just because he just so me and wants me to win. So whichever room he's in, every room that he's in, since I've gotten my real estate license, he's this very moment. Just the fact of the matter is, I know this is a client goal is, so instead of planning to get to that goal. Anyways, y'all, let me go ahead into this condo. We're doing condo, y'all. Look at me. I came to the Finchies to get some lunch. Babe had sent me some lunch money. I was like, money.
And I might got a little deal for y'all people. If y'all, I might got a deal for the people without wheels.
Okay. Good morning, guys. Happy what feels like Monday, but is really Tuesday. We had a holiday yesterday. If you're in the United States, it was called Labor Day yesterday, where the working people get a day off for working. Here's an extra day off, okay? Anywho, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm so glad I had a nice weekend. I was tired, y'all, and I didn't watch anything mommies, but y'all sent me some messages. Y'all were trying to alert me, let me know this girl. Oh God, I hate when this thing gets messed up. Oh, hold on a second, guys. Let me pop out and pop back in real quick because my thing is messed up. I hate when that does that. All right, let me do that real quick. Just a second before we get going. You guys do me a favor and say hi to each other. Yeah, I can't scroll. Okay. Let me pop out, pop it back in. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. Let me make sure. Let me see if okay, that did it. Good. So weird. It's just like I can't even really describe it to you like what happened, but it like affects my ability to navigate, and I can't do it like that. Okay. Anywho, you guys were hitting me up the whole entire weekend about a situation that occurred last Monday, actually, the 25th. I had no idea what was going on. I think you guys suspected that something would be happening all along. Y'all have been asking. Keisha's been calling Jeremy, her wife, for a while and nobody knew whether they got married or not. Well, they got married on Monday. It's okay. They got married. I think, does it say anything? Y'all, it's on TikTok. I'm sure y'all have seen it. I'm sure you guys have seen it already. Um, it's on TikTok, and I went and verified because all you have to do is just, click, 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 click. But yeah. I don't know if they got, I think they, let me look and then we'll talk more about it. But yeah, Jeremy and Kesha got hitched. Okay. Anywho, yeah. You guys are silent. So that tells me you guys already know. Yes. Okay. You guys already know. So what to help him with his case? No, I haven't seen it. I heard it though. You can find it in 2 seconds. First of all, it's on TikTok and then it's a public record. Yeah. Mhm. Yep. Let's see if she talks about it in this video. Kesha very oddly put up a 1 hour and 45-minute video. So we really don't have a lot of time because we're certainly not this might end up being like a two-parter. But she's baby, we're just gonna have to find out and speed and put the speed on as fast as we're able to tolerate it to find out, sis, what are you talking about for 1 hour and 45 minutes? What kind of Kesha vlog is this? Okay. We're gonna have to find out. I think nobody really cares. Okay, well, my flabber is gasted. Really? Because you didn't think he was gonna do it? Or what? I mean, anybody can get married though. Getting married, it's staying married. Okay. Okay. It's not getting married, it's staying married. Hello? Okay. Was that some shade? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Okay? Anybody can, if you got $35, depending on how much it costs to get married in your neck of the woods, anybody can get married. It's having a wonderful, happy, productive, respectful marriage. Okay? That's the trick. That's the gag. Okay? Um, okay. Y'all, I saw something so funny over the weekend. Tokyo Tony has a little poodle and she was fighting her poodle. She was playing rough with the poodle. First of all, the poodle's so cute. And then second of all, it was like she was boxing the poodle. Y'all, it was so fun. If you're a dog person, you would have been dying, but it was funny. It was cute. It was funny and cute. Did they both wear wedding dresses? I didn't see any pictures. I didn't see it. Let me see if I can find it on TikTok and then y'all go. Hold on. Let me see. Someone sent it to me yesterday, so I'm sure it's in my history. Um mm, oh. It's just interesting to me that now all of a sudden it's like important to get some, you know what I mean, to handle that business. Oh shit. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Okay. Okay, let me. I don't know if this is the only one. I'm sure this isn't the only one that has it, but you guys go and then come back. It's only gonna take you 2 seconds because you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, real wow." Mhm. Whole video. When this becomes let me see. Oh, did it not take? Can y'all see it? It didn't go into YouTube's. If you're able to access it, let me know the link. And it's legit because I actually went to Douglas County and looked at it. It's legit. Last Monday. Oh. I guess the never a pastel thing. You know what I mean? Okay. Good for you, sis. Okay. Co- Congratulations. It only took 3 babies and 2 houses and a child from outside their relationship and lots of cheating. I heard you got married last week. That Jeremy is gonna be your wife. And running through the probate court's doors and getting married by a judge. No big white dress and all your friends to witness the stress. Congratulations. You got married on April 25th. Girl, and nobody in the audience cares, girl. Nobody cares. Y'all not commenting. As sure as my name is Derwayne, I'll be there for you when I treat you just like a queen and give you fine things. You never have to worry about another thing. No way. Believe me when I say. Good for that. Whatever they do, fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, is she? I don't know. But I'm gonna be honest with you. From this reaction in the chat, it doesn't seem like anybody really cares. So that's cool. You know what I mean? Let's get into the video. I don't know when she's gonna talk about it. I don't even know if she talks about it in this video because you guys know I hadn't even watched this yet. Sometimes I do watch the videos ahead, but this one I did not. Girl, I've been busy. Y'all remember Valentine's Day? I heard the news today. Girl, y'all grown. See how nobody really cared when you're grown and you already have a bunch of kids. When y'all got 4 kids, well, she has 3, he has 4. Um, and you already this is your second home. Y'all stay in the shits. Nobody really cares. You know what I'm saying? Like when they think that people really, really, really care, they don't. They really don't. Didn't Ashley and Jeremy hook up in August, right? Is that's the name August and they got married August 25th? I don't know. I wonder if that has a significant date. Is that the day? I wonder if August 25th has a meaning. But good for them. Look, now they can get back in that bed and handle that business because Sir was probably horny. Okay? Sir was probably horny. According to her, she wasn't giving up no putty cat the whole summer. She's had the kids, the dog, Harry Potter. Everybody was in the bed. But Jeremy, allegedly, he was sleeping downstairs. So now they can jump in that bed and handle business. Okay. So he might have just said, you know what? We going down to the courthouse. We're going to go ahead and get married and we're going to handle this business because I want back in my bed. Okay. Congratulations. Okay. I'm just going to say, as a experienced married woman, it's not getting married, it's staying married. That's the ticket. That's the ticket on marriage. Okay. All right. That's really all I can offer. And and lots of crab legs. Okay. My aunt told me, make sure to have lots of good sex at the wedding. I was like, what did you say? Oh, I won't say that, but that was some advice that was given to me. Okay. Anyway, let's get into it, guys. Ma'am is a married husband now and has a wife and, you know, has a wife. I'm just going to say that. Hey, Vicky. Hey, boo. Yep. She said, let's go before he dip. Yeah. Let me let him get my middle because he's walking around looking lost. Okay. And I can say that because I'm going to say it like this. I know somebody, well, someone from the bougie gang realm was just living their life out handling their business in a social setting and saw someone in a nightclub that said they weren't drinking or clubbing anymore. I'm going to just leave that at that. Okay. Somebody, bougie gang, sent me proof that somebody was out night clubbing, which what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. But when you get on the internet and say you don't, who do you think I'm talking about? Who we talking about right now? We talking about Kesha and Jeremy. Kesha won at no club. Derwayne was at the club. Let me just say it plain. I can't tell you who told me because it first of all wouldn't matter because y'all don't. I'm assuming everyone doesn't know everybody, right? Somebody, bougie gang, sent me proof that somebody's boo thing, someone's new husband was in the club. Okay. And that's it. That's all. Okay, best advice given to me was to keep your business disagreements between the two of us. That way, if we make up, we would have to hear about it from outside people. Keep your business in your house. I think that goes without saying. I don't know if you're look, nobody get in your feelings about this because if this is you, that's your business. We don't know. But at the end of the day, I think if you are old enough and mature enough to be married, then you should be old enough and mature enough to figure shit out within your household. And anything about your marriage has nothing to do with anybody else. Hi, Mama Kim. Hey, boo. So I don't know. I've never ran to tell anybody anything about my marriage, but I've never been person to run and tell anybody about my relationships anyway. So, I don't know. If you're sitting and try and have to rely on your friends to figure out what your next move is with your man and your marriage and this, that, and the third, you probably don't need to be married. This live is more about me than anything. So I did get here into the bathroom and I heard her talking about I heard her mention the helping hand. Um and I said, okay, well, let me just listen and see what's going on here. But I did hear her mention someone known as the helping hand. And, I don't, that girl, I don't, but okay. So did you guys resolve that matter? The matter that was at hand, did y'all resolve that? Is that over? Is that court? Was that in, can you answer? Is that in Fulton County or is that in where is that? I guess those are a lot of questions. Mama Kim, number one, is it resolved? And did that occur in Fulton County? I guess just let us know. Let's get into it, guys, because this is an hour and 45 minutes and it's going to take us all day. Okay. And okay. Oh, it was in DeKalb. Okay. Kesha gets on my nerves. Her ego is on a whole next level. Ooh. Okay, let me Mama Kim, you don't have to put your thing on if you don't want to. Also, the court said it was dismissed because there was only one video that showed her coming to my house. So, was this legal action that you had against her? Or was she trying to take legal action against you? Are you coming up, hun? I dropped the link. Cause baby, um, it was in DeKalb County. Let me see. Was this a civil action or was this a criminal action? DeKalb. Somebody asked me, speaking of DeKalb, because there's DeKalb, Illinois, and somebody asked me about that girl Passion Moon, and what was going on with her. And I think she's getting sent. Passion Moon is the girl who got fired and stole like almost $2 million worth of funds, alleged to have stolen almost $2 million worth of funds from her job. What's that? Oh, okay. Mama, Kim, are you coming up, baby? Okay, let's see. Can we keep it? Hey, Mama Kim.
Fran?
Hey, how are you?
Good morning. Good morning. I
Wait. Before we say anything, let me just set some please. I don't want to get involved in anything because you know what
no,
I'm
I'm
saying.
not. I'm gonna be very brief. I'm gonna
Wait,
be.
but let me two things. Keep it the helper, if you don't
Yep.
mind. I don't want to
Yep.
call out anybody's name.
Yep.
Cause that person is like a cavity creep.
You're
I
not
don't
telling
need
me nothing I don't know.
it
I would never
that
say her
woman.
name.
Thank you. Okay,
Oh.
let's go.
Okay.
If you've
Okay.
been around, you know who we're talking about. If you haven't been around, just listen to the story and that's it. Just listen to the story. Okay. Mama
Okay.
Kim, you got the floor, hun.
Okay. So everybody know that I took the helper to court when she tried to come to my home that one time that we were all around Paris. So I had enough evidence to get her arrested. I put out a warrant, got her arrested, and this case has been going on for 5 years, friend.
My
She's
God.
she's been in court for 5 years. And those 5 years, I've been collecting evidence, all her videos, all of her voice, like the voice, what do you call it? Where it's just a voice and she's not cammed up or anything like that. I
Just
have all of
audio.
that. Yeah, audio, that's what it is. So I had all of that. So when the courts actually arrested her, they listed as terroristic threats in the beginning when we all thought it was going to be harassment and bullying, and cyberbullying, but the courts labeled it terroristic threats because of her trying to have me to come outside and saying she gonna kick my A and all that other stuff. So we get to court. They offer her a plea. She refuses it. So because she refused it, it went to trial. So
Mm,
I had 6 jurors that we had to that was selected. Bottom line is the courts. I had to get up on the stand to testify everything, but they threw everything out as far as all my videos, all my evidence. They threw it out because it didn't support terroristic threats. It supported more of harassment and bullying. That's what it supported more.
so they
Except,
they charged
ye-
her incorrectly and it inhibited your
yes,
case.
yes. So
So
that was
have
the
you
only
can you
that
get
was
her
the
recharged, or why couldn't the district attorney change the charges?
friend. We're not
Or
talking about all that. We can do that on the back end. Okay, if you
oh,
know, you know.
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm telling you, I'm trying to keep it very simple and to the point.
Yes, I got you.
When it comes out, it comes out. Okay, so we're gonna leave it like that. So at this point, so I want to get to this and then I'm gonna drop down and let you do your commentary. So what she did was when they took everything and they tossed all my evidence, that my whole evidence was based on video, audio, what is it, uh her people, which was a public defender. They claim that how can I prove that this is her account because she's not cammed up. You know what I'm saying? So on
Mhm.
my defense, I feel like my people, as far as the state's attorneys or whatever, they didn't do enough for me. I feel like they didn't do me right as far as looking into the evidence because I sent you over 5 years worth of things that I got me and my people. They stand up, and when everybody is around, they like, Mom Kim, here, you can use this, you can use it. You know what I'm saying? So I really
Mhm.
feel like my people, I mean, the defense attorneys, they didn't do enough for me to prove that this is her. But first of all, they threw out a lot of my stuff. So we're gonna get to the point where Kesha did this Martin Luther King speech. It was a point that they showed that because the helper tried to say I was the one that leaked her address and put it everywhere on YouTube. It was because of me, and I had to prove that I didn't do that. So what they
Mm.
did was they showed the body cam footage, just a snippet, like maybe a minute of a snippet of my home when the police came inside my home. So we're gonna get to that. When they came inside my home, I had a very major flood inside my home. And friend, we're gonna get on the back end and I'm gonna show you. So my house was in disarray. It really was. They didn't lie about that, but they don't know why. So when the camp when her public defender showed Leah Denise giving me um the address to her house, because we was trying to send the police to her house at the time that all this was happening. So I didn't
Please
have.
don't. That other
Oh, you
person's
know
name.
what?
Don't
I
even.
didn't.
Yeah,
I
please.
forgot. You know what? I forgot.
Girl.
Scratch that, y'all. Scratch that,
I deal
y'all.
with. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe you don't know, but I'm gonna just tell everyone. There's very few people in this mom sector that I deal with, and
Yeah.
people or any of them. So they don't deal with me, and I don't deal with them. So
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Y'all scratch that. Scratch that.
okay,
That's kind of like what happened in court too.
yeah,
So I'm gonna get.
girl.
Okay, so bottom line is I had a flood in my home and it was in disarray. So the other side is gonna make something more different, that make it difficult than what it really is.
Hmm.
That was on the body cam footage. I told the officer, please excuse my home, and I'm pointing. I just had a flood and my home was really messed up at the time. Now,
Yeah.
now, if I had known that the police, the body cam was going to be shown inside the courtroom, then I would have kept the police officer at the door. You know what I'm saying? But the body cam footage does show that I said, please excuse my home. And I'm pointing to things to let the officer know I just had a flood, but we still going to get to this. So that's where it really is. And then, of course, the helper is trying to, make me look bad. You can't. Trying to make me look bad and trying to defame my character. The bottom line is we went to court. They dismissed it because it said that it did all my evidence did not support terroristic threat, except for that one video that when she tried to come to my home and it wasn't really my home. So that's basically what it is. And then of course the helper had to go tell her boss, and then the boss made this long video about me, and then it was because of me that she's been cyber bullied her whole life, and all the lies or whatever. But y'all will get into that. But I just wanted to give you this piece. The rest, friend, I'm not saying on here. I just want to give you that much, and I'm gonna get with you on the back end, and I'll let you know what's going on.
So was it was it in the magistrate court, or where was it?
Yes,
Like,
yes,
okay, this was the
it
magistrate
was in
court.
the cat. Yeah, it was in DeKalb County at the magistrate court. It was criminal court. So we just had it on August 26th. So this just happened,
But
and
was it a state court? It wasn't Superior Court, was it? It was because I
no,
just
I
tried
think
to
it
look
was
it up,
state.
and
I want to say it's state.
she was the accused.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was because of her, the helper. It was more of the helper.
but
She tried to take. She
it was
tried
the
the.
helper who was on the docket, though. That's my point.
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
on the docket. Okay.
Yes, the helper was the one that was on the docket. Now,
Okay.
this person who you got on the panel, she did try to take me to court. Girl, she lied and said that I was gonna meet her at Target with a
Yeah.
machete or something, a machete or something like that. Everybody in the mommy sector know that I ain't say I was gonna meet her at Target with no doggone machete. So look, she tried to take me to court, and guess what? It was thrown out.
What is see? It's the foolishness for me. It's
Yeah,
like,
but see,
come on now.
everybody don't know because I've been quiet. And the reason why I've been quiet is because, I'm trying to handle things on the back end, because I'm not a, I wasn't able to talk about a whole lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
friend, it has lasted this long for
I
5 years.
cannot believe the whole pandemic.
The whole pandemic, and that's when it started, was the pandemic, so I'm gonna say this. Can I curse one time?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. I want to say the helper, she been my bitch for 5 years. I had her locked
Wow.
up in court for 5 years. She didn't have a job. I made her lose a job. She couldn't get work. She couldn't do nothing because I was on her butt up until
No,
August 26th.
pending terroristic threat charges, even if you're not convicted and it's just like a pending situation, I mean, you're going to be hard pressed to find employment because also, the helper potentially may have other things on
Mm-hmm.
on their jacket. Let's just say their jacket might be
Mm-hmm.
full of other things, and then you have this pending thing. As a professional in the HR space, that would be problematic.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Problematic
ma'am.
to employment. So
Yes, ma'am. So I just want to let you know, starting like maybe at the 30-minute mark, all the way up into I just watched the video this morning because everybody telling me, to go watch the video because I hadn't watched it. So I watched it. So start at the 30-minute mark all the way up until the end. It was about me. It's basically about me. And she's saying I said certain things about her children, which I didn't. The only one thing that I've ever said about her children is, that one thing when I called her a bad parent when one of the kids had an accident and she scraped the accident out of her hair and didn't wash it. So, we were all on Paris's panel at the time and we called her a bad mom. But I don't have to go through that because everybody that was in the mommy sector, whoever was subscribed to Paris's channel, they know what I said and what I didn't say. So, this Martin Luther King speech that she trying to portray with her people, to make me look bad and to shame me, it's not going to work. I'm sorry, it's not going to work. But Fran,
right.
I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna drop down because I don't want to say too much. But me and you later on, I'm gonna get on the back end and I can tell you, and then I can show you some things. I just wanted to say that so everybody else, including LSA and all that other stuff, because I know they've had my back over the years. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to let
Absolutely.
yeah, I would just want to let everybody know. I thank y'all for every video, every audio, every community post, LSA, everything that you done posted for me, everything that you have said good in my favor. I even had some of their things. All of that was thrown out because everything that I had didn't suppress terroristic threat. It was more harassment, bullying, cyber bullying, and all that. But I hate that the courts, when I had her locked up, placed it as terroristic threat for that one video because everything else didn't match. So that's what I wanted you guys to know. And I'm gonna let you, and I'm gonna get
So
down.
let's tell
Okay.
the people though, how are you doing? How have you is the cancer behind you or are you still
No,
that?
no, I'm still fighting it. I have my days. I have my good days, my bad days. The helper wished me death again. At first, the first time she ever did that,
We don't
I
care
cried
about
and boo-hooed like a baby because I have never heard anybody that would do that. But now I have such a tough exterior, when they say things like that, I know it's just to hurt me. So it doesn't bother me. I got people still in my corner. I got family, friends.
right. Shock and awe. They want to shock, people troll,
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
troll. They want to, they want to shock, they want to gut punch you.
Yeah, exactly. So that don't bother me. I'm still here. At the time when I thought that everything was private, when I said that I had cancer online, that I didn't know that it wasn't private because I didn't know nothing about YouTube. So if I had have known that, I would have never brought that to the board. But it's
Well,
here. I don't
cancer
care.
is so prevalent these days. It's not
I
like
know
50 years
exactly.
ago.
You know
There are
what?
people sitting at the job right now who have chemotherapy this afternoon.
Yes,
People
ma'am.
doing amazing things, living longer, recovering, total
Yes, ma'am.
remission, all of
Yes,
those
ma'am.
things. So
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
you can't let when someone is just trying to get at you, you can't let that penetrate at all. You know
I
what I'm
don't.
saying? That's
In the
not
beginning,
built
I
for
did.
that.
In the
Well,
beginning,
because
I did because
trust me,
I wasn't used to something like that. I wasn't used to people
girl,
being that negative
it's a
and being
cruel
that
world out
hardcore.
here. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm okay now, and I've exceeded my life what is it, expectancy of
really.
when the doctor gave me 5 years to live. I've exceeded that. I'm still here. It's here. It's gradually because the cancer had. Y'all remember it moved from my lymph nodes under my arm to my lung, so it's still in my right.
Mm,
It's in my right lung. This is why I'm in stage 4 because it's in my right lung. So my thing
okay.
is they wanted to take my lung and I didn't want them to do that. So do have chemo. I know I've heard of people living with one lung, but I didn't want to take that chance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm living with it. And what I'm doing now is it's still there, but it's decreasing. So that means the chemo is working. I'm still here, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm planning on ringing that bell. But if God ever brings me home, as long as I take them 2 heifers down, I'm fine.
Well, and yeah, we don't know how the race is going to end. We just know at a certain point, for all of us, it will.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, you're here
I'm
another
here.
day, and we appreciate that. I'm
I'm not
glad things are
stressed.
going well.
Yes, I'm not stressed. I'm okay. I've been here and I'm old enough to know that what they try to do on the end, they trying to make themselves look good. I don't have to. I don't have to do that. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I do because I want people to see that no, I'm not lying. That's the only reason why I go and I prove these things. But other than that, I'm fine, Fran. And like I said, I'm gonna get on the back end with you and I'm gonna really let you know what's going on because
Okay.
it's some things still going on and I just can't say right now because we still got listening ears. But to everybody in the mommy sector,
Girl.
I'm
Yeah.
fine. They gonna say what they gonna say and try to make themselves look good, but they still the same people.
I don't know if they're making themselves look good, but everybody, so what I'm saying, like, she needs to get a video out. Girl, she got a whole wife over there to take care of, and ma'am's creating content.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
basically
saying?
yeah, that's basically what it
Ma'am just
is.
needed to get out a video. I would not. The people in her audience probably don't even know what the hell she's talking about.
Some of them
Um,
don't.
they're
Some of them
probably just
don't.
like, "What? What's wait, hold let me ask AI. Hold on, let me ask AI what's going on here."
Okay.
AI will tell us. The
Okay.
computer's gonna be like, "What the hell?" Look at the synopsis. This video titled "A Little Mom Life, A Lot of Rant." This vlog by Keisha Kaylee. The video title suggests it will cover aspects of her life as a mom, some venting and ranting. This video also mentions her real estate business, credit repair services. What credit repair services? According to the attorney general, hair products, clothing line, and book for moms, along with personal details about her 3 daughters. Um, uh, I don't know.
When
It's
you
not
go
giving as
over it,
much detail.
when you go over it, y'all got to listen to the lies. I heard, like I said, I heard it this morning because at first I wasn't gonna watch it because I knew it was gonna be a lie. But I was told by everybody, Mom Kim, you got to go watch this. You got to go watch this. The lies that this woman tells, and she claimed that she's a God fearing woman and all this other stuff. We all know that that's fake. We all know that that's a cover up, for her people. No one knows me. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, I don't come out. I don't say anything. I'm not hitting panels. I'm not, I don't do anything. The ones that
Mhm.
know, they know. You know what I'm saying? And you're one of the ones that really know. You're one of the ones that know that what happened at the time that was going on. And like I said in this video, she's blaming just only me now. She's blaming me for everything that happened. I done signed a petition, which I don't know nothing about. I done signed a petition. I done did this. I done did that. When I tell you this girl, she's still on that drama kick, I was like, Lord,
What petition?
I don't even know. I don't have no idea what she's talking about because I never signed a petition. So what I'm saying is listen to the video. She's gonna say a whole lot of stuff.
Mm-mm-mm.
She's gonna
Does
say
she
a whole
mention
lot of
your
stuff.
name?
Yeah, she said Mama Kim. Don't
Because
worry, I
AI
got it.
AI is saying Mama Kim is relevant because she is the no, it says she's the grandmother. No, they must not. AI is confused on that one. Let me give it a
Yeah.
uh so maybe the way she's talking, she's commingling topics.
Yeah, she's doing a lot.
She is described as okay, maybe she's talking about her mom. The vlogger expresses that can't be right. We'll see. A
Yeah, you
significant
just
part of
have
the
to.
video involves Keisha's emotional rant about past bullying, slander campaign against her and her children on social media. She reflects on the pain of that period and emphasizes themes of divine justice and consequences of negative actions. Sounds like the judge dismissed it though, right?
They did. They did. That's why
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the. I'm gonna show you the proof.
Oh no,
You know, because I'm not talking and I haven't came out and I haven't said anything, and they're just
mhm.
getting their side. You know, is making it look one way. It was dismissed because it what I submitted didn't uphold terroristic threats based on all the other evidence I had, except for that one video that we had of her trying to come to my house. That's why I wish that the judge didn't, the judge that gave me the warrant, I really wish she hadn't have labeled it as terroristic threat. Now, it would have been something different if it had have been harassment, bullying, and cyberbullying, or whatever the case may be. But because it was only so listed on terroristic threat, that was the reason why it was dismissed.
So what about the police? Didn't you work with a police detective?
Yeah, you know, they threw it out. All that was thrown out because that was part of the bullying. You know, the police officer actually, we was here looking at the video together. They
Right.
threw all
So
of that out.
they when they charged it as terroristic threats.
Yes, they charged it
Okay.
initially as terroristic threat when I went to go get the warrant. When I went to go get the warrant and I was granted the warrant and I had, you know, my witnesses and stuff like that, it was like on a Zoom thing. I had so much evidence at the time that none of my witnesses had to speak. The judge, which you remember Toya, the other
So you're talking about Judge Neal.
yes, Judge Neal. That's the
Mhm.
judge that I had. Then Toya turned around and had that same judge for Keisha. So she's well known through the judge, you know, through the judges or whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mhm.
So she's well known with that. I did get that type of information, you know, from the court system, from some of the people that work there. So anyway, that's the judge that granted me my warrant for her. So when we got the
So
police,
but the judge only signs the warrant based on what the police detectives, it sounds like they overcharged. She was making threats, and they probably wanted to go for what they thought would get the most kind
they
of bang
did,
for your buck.
they
But
did.
sometimes it's better to go a little conservative
Right.
and get the right charge, because now this person who we know is loco,
Yes.
um it's dismissed,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate it got dismissed. But again, just wait. Don't count your blessings too soon that you celebrating. You know what I'm saying? So you know I'm not gonna stop. As long as I got breath in my body, I'm not gonna stop till you gone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working on that very diligently. So you might
Well,
not
I
see me.
mean, this person did an hour and 45-minute video. You know what
Of
I'm
course.
saying?
Of
So
course.
that's and sound, mentioned your name. That's not
Oh
good.
yeah. Oh
So,
yeah. Oh
okay,
yeah.
well, we'll talk.
Okay, definitely. We'll talk on the back end. Now, friend, I haven't been on this thing on the panel in so long and so many years. Can you kick me off? Because I don't see
Yeah, I know how
where
to
I
take
can.
you out. Yeah, you're
Okay,
fine.
okay,
I
do
got
that.
you.
Okay, do
Okay.
that for me. Okay,
Mama
go ahead
Kim,
and
you take care of yourself, okay?
I will, boo. Thank you. And
Okay.
like I said, we'll talk on the back end. I just wanted to get that little bitty part out.
Okay, dear. All right,
All
you take
right.
care now, hun. All right,
All
bye-bye.
right.
Okay, guys. Mama Kim called in. Okay, so I could tell at this part Keisha was talking about something, but we got to get a little bit of context. Let's hear. It's on 1.25.
And
We
then
will
I'm going to do
advance
the reading program,
accordingly.
which will
If you're just now,
good morning.
the word on the street is, and the receipts have been provided. Keisha and her boo thing got hitched last week on Monday, some of you probably are like, oh, like, no, yes. And good for them. Okay. Good for them. It's not getting married, it's staying married. Okay. I haven't ever wanted Fran to not kick someone. Wait, tell us more. Yeah, you know what? But for my sanity, I stay clear out of the bullshit. That I come here in the morning, I handle business, and I bounce. Um, there's some crazy people out here, and you guys will have no idea to the magnitude of what's the word? Just ignoring stuff that I had to go through for a very long time. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, in the interest of tea, I get it. But baby, I don't want to be involved. Okay. There's some people out here, if you have nothing better to do than to run around and be a fool for somebody else, baby, I don't want to know you.
I'm like down bad right now, but I have
You think
been
she's pregnant?
so forgetful. So I was like, you know what? While this is fresh on my mind, let me go ahead and say something because I'll
Definitely
forget.
crazy people out here, especially from the internet. Especially from the internet. Period. Okay. I
Yeah.
just want to know why Keisha's nails always need to not just because they always need to be done, but it's like severely always need to be done. Hold
So
on.
let me go ahead.
And I
So
don't want to be
forgetful.
here on this all morning.
Like so
Keisha's
forgetful.
nails are about
I
to
was like,
come
you know
off.
what? While this is fresh on my mind, let me go ahead and
Do you see? Well, you
say
can't
something
see.
because I would forget.
Girl, look at this. Do you see how the nail is like halfway off her nail? How do you let your nails grow that long and you still got those?
Good morning. I'm like down bad right now, but I have been
Look at this. That's crazy, right?
so forgetful.
Right.
Like so forgetful. So I was like, you know what? While this is fresh on my mind, let me go ahead and say something because I would forget. Yeah. So good morning. Happy Monday. It's 8:30. George.
I'm cool with talking about certain things, but I'm not trying to get all in depth with it because you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to. I don't want to because these people are literally there's a lot of crazy people and Keisha is definitely one of them and the helper is one of them too. And I don't like her. I think she's weird. I think she's crazy. Um that's just what it is, but I don't have any problem with her. Um unless she, like I don't deal with that situation. I don't cuz I'm telling you, it took a long time to get these people out my hair. What, 3, 4, 5 years ago? That's it.
Is still asleep. Journey and Jai are up eating breakfast. So their first class is at 9. And then I'm going to do the reading program with Jory at 10.
Oh, your
Then the
powder
next
blue
lesson is at
nails.
11. And then they'll have lunch at 12. The last lesson is at 1. And then we'll do a few of their assignments and be done probably by 3. Anyways, the girls cheer program is having a showcase. In case you guys don't know what a showcase is, the showcase is pretty much
Nobody cares.
Through and through. And I just want to let y'all know I don't play about y'all just like y'all don't play about me. And I care about y'all and I appreciate y'all. I'm not one of those influencers where it's like I'm over here and y'all over there. I don't move. Sorry, y'all. I don't move like that. I don't operate like that. I don't think like
Her
that.
sucking up her
So
snot
since I
is
had
so
such an
disgusting.
abundant amount of support with you guys, supporting the girls with this very thing, which is cheer out and words out, I want you to I want to say was their favorite, but they finished their food. But Journey, she cleaned her plate. I had cleaned my plate, of course.
Okay, let's just go ahead and advance because she's not talking about anything. Is Keisha still trying to make that birthday hairstyle from a month ago work? Okay, she finally took the twins' hair out. All right, let's see what's going on here. Mama Kim said 30-minute mark. Let's get to it.
She gone. I'm about to oil my hair, y'all. I'm trying to schedule my hair appointment. I was working with this company and we finally just decided on the price last night. Me and Babe and the girls actually have a photo shoot next week, or a video shoot rather, not photo, kind of like a video thing, pictures, videos, whatever. Anyways, what I was about to do? Y'all, I literally losing my brain. But
You guys were doing at the class. We're doing it longer.
I'm at 8:45.
Okay.
Change up for my hair. The other one for my face. I need to get one for my hair. But anyways, I don't know if the hair will be here. As a matter of fact, I should check my email. My phone downstairs. I don't know if my hair pressed. I think my other brush is downstairs. Darn it. Okay. So anyways, as y'all can see, all my hair is coming back. Remember I had that bald spot right there. All of my hair is coming back with my nice little oil. One thing I do is roll my little scalp up right there. Hold on. I don't think y'all can see it. So I bought them these bottles. And I'm gonna get them some of the hair oil. Then I bought this. I guess I should put this up. I'll do this later. Anyways, just roll your little scalp. Get the blood flowing in that area wherever you have like your bald spots or just damaged scalp. Because my scalp is just kind of damaged. I don't have to, because clearly I can't like see it right here, but I can. And I can't even lie and say I can feel it. I kind of just know where it's at in my head, like in this area. So I just come and roll over this area like so. Y'all, God is so good. God is so good. I was kind of a little pissed off earlier. Y'all know D called me and she had court. And she was like, hey girl, I got court with Mama Kim, which I didn't know she had that court case coming up. She was like, I got court with Mama Kim. So she had called me. She's so last minute with stuff, y'all. She called me at the courthouse and was like, hey girl, send me that video clip. It was some evidence she had needed. Y'all know I got all my evidence because baby, my file is so thick with the court evidence for my case. We're gonna digress with that. Anyways, so girl, my evidence was labeled out in different categories. Like all the videos that were removed off YouTube, I have all those videos of the trial. So it was very easy for me to go and find the Mama Kim stuff because Mama Kim was actually quite vocal during that time of the bullying, the slander, the trying to bring me down, the no good mom campaign.
The trying to bring me down. Is that okay? The trying to bring me down.
That was started on behalf of Paris and the other people. And I hope y'all feel real crazy because when you really sit back, I was triggered and pissed. And I'm not going to do too much because
you were triggered because your man had a baby with a girl named Ashley who looks like Ari Fletcher. That's what you were triggered about.
As my husband, he said, baby, we ain't doing.
She said, and then she said, my husband. So just to let the girl, just to let that one slide in. Okay, now it's my husband. Girl, she's gonna say husband about 100 times a day till it soaks in that ninja actually married her. Okay, good for you, sis. You're not the only one, girl.
I was triggered and pissed. And I'm not gonna do too much because my husband, he said, baby, we ain't doing all that gossiping.
My husband, Jeremy, it's on now. It's on now.
Y'all know he'll change man now, so he began on me about certain things. So baby, we ain't doing all that gossiping. You know, keep it cute. He didn't say keep it cute, but I'm saying keep it cute. Pretty much keep it cute and continue to let God handle things the way he's been handling stuff for our life. But I just had to say this because it triggered me while I was getting evidence and I had to sift through a clip or two to save it, to send it, because y'all know the videos are so damn long. So I'm trying to get the clip to send it, and I'm like, you know what, I can't be listening to this stuff again until it's time to be focusing on it. Let me just get the timestamps or whatever and send it, and then send the full video via email, whatever. But I did end up hearing one or two of the portions of the hoopla, and it took me back to a place that I hated to be in. That part of my life, that chapter of my life was so
depressing and sad and dark. But what I'm going to say about how good God is because God will really prepare the table for you in front of your enemy.
You know what? I just want to let y'all know, if you didn't know, Karen Huger's getting out of jail today. I'm so distracted because this story, to me, this aspect of Kesha's story, I like the goofiness. I've never this whole aspect of what happened, I'm not going to lie, I have little to no interest in it. You know what I'm saying? Ma'am is crazy. Ma'am is certified deranged. And the fact that she feels triggered, why? That's you who picked up the damn phone to be triggered. You should know if I don't have to be told when a certain few people in my life ring my phone, I already know not to pick up the phone. Nobody has to tell me, because I'm not coming on YouTube to do a 1 hour talkie video about some bullshit that if I was mature enough at the time, I never would have gone through. Okay? Hello? But you're going to continue to be triggered about something that you opted in to be triggered about then and now. Okay? Then and now. Because then you were here for it, and now you picked up the phone rather than saying, I'm busy, I'm trying to close a deal, I'm trying to homeschool, I got goats to feed, I got eggs to go find, I got damn dogs to walk, cats to chain. I mean, I got a damn fucking petting zoo at my house. I don't have time to play with you and your shenanigans that have lingered for years and years and years and years and years. Damn it. Like, don't call me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, folks should know you're not even available. How are you going to court and don't have your evidence? Why are you calling me from the courthouse? That just tells me that y'all really don't talk like that. I'm too busy for the nonsense. Be triggered because you answered the damn phone. You got yourself caught up in that on your first week of marriage.
God will prepare the table for you.
Only person getting blessed. Only person that can be blessed. Multiple people can be blessed at the same time. Just because you think you're having a table prepared in front of your enemies, the table, people might already be sitting at the table that was prepared for them long before you ever got a table. You're not the only one with the table. There's multiple tables. Everybody got a table. Okay? Having trouble. This often is caused by unstable internet. What happened to the internet? Hold on. What's going on with the internet? Okay. Girl, you're not the only one with the table. Everybody got a table. Okay?
Unfortunate how lost and misled people are in the world, because listening to those few clips, especially with the Mama Kim lady and how she got her, I'm not gonna say nothing that Jeremy would not want to hear me say, and God. But the way she set her behind on that computer, because most of the time, most of these people, it was just a voice. It was just a voice. You didn't see most of the people who got on the platform and were so strong and passionate about me, my character, my children. Like, she literally sat up there like she knew my kids and me personally to speak on my kids. Like, she just had it laid out. It just took me back to a place yesterday, and I had to immediately get on my knees and pray. I had to immediately get on my knees and pray for her. Yeah. Because for you to get on the internet and say the despicable things about kids and the magnitude and the capacity and use your platform for such an evil cause, or be on someone else's platform. Both parties, I'm talking about all parties are evil, but for one person to use their platform for evil, for another, like they were literally cheering and celebrating evilness. Like, yes, say it, get her, this, that. Like the things they were saying about my kid. And I remember like it was yesterday, because remember, I'm the one who had to actually sit through. Remember, I had hired my attorney initially to remove the platform. YouTube started the process with my attorney, and then YouTube came back and pretty much was like, hey, because I think they removed or privated a few videos, or 1 or 2 or 3 videos, but it was so many. And I was like, no, I want this page silenced because this is not okay. You will not use your platform and my name and my likeness for evil to smear and start a campaign against me, not knowing me, defaming me, completely out slandering me, lying on me, talking about my kids, being malicious, having petitions with people literally signing petitions to remove my beautiful kids from my home. Like the irony.
What kind of a petition exists? You don't have to answer. I'm just trying to figure out, like, how do you petition? I don't know. I don't even want to know. Stupid. You know what? There was a lot of stuff going on during the pandemic, and there's people now who are not even here anymore who were around during the pandemic who didn't have anything better to do. Let's be real. There's some people that didn't have anything, didn't and still don't have anything better to do. And there was stuff going on during the pandemic that is not going on today because people got other stuff to do and they don't care. They don't care like you care. And girl,
living in a twilight zone. Imagine I want everybody to imagine your life as it is right now. And you living your life or whatever, and something comes in to infiltrate into your space. Something evil, some outside devilish force comes out evil, impacts and infiltrates into your space. And for whatever reason, next thing you know, there's a mob of picket signs and posters outside marching down your street every single day, telling anybody with ears and eyes who would listen and hear that you need to have your kids removed, your kids are this, your kids are that, and this and that, and looking at, like, trying to look into your blinds and highlight and pinpoint and lie and, you know, message, and they go outside your job, they message all your friends and family. Like, you can't escape it. Like, to open yourself up one day and just let that be your new normal, because that was my normal for months. It was never ending. And Mama Kim was such a pivotal voice in that movement of speaking so nasty. I remember distinctively the reason why I even heard about her was because she said that she was in Atlanta and that she knew the Target that I frequented, and that when she saw me, she was gonna shank me with a machete or hurt me with a machete, something along the lines of, when she's, don't let me catch you in Target, I got a machete, something like that. That's how I remember hearing about this lady. I don't know her from a can of paint. I don't know any of these people, but what I do know is the things that came out of her mouth. You would have thought she was living in a castle with not even just maids and servants, but she just had her ish together. Her kids were, I don't even know if she has kids. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know these people. I have no earthly idea. But all I'm going to say is the way your life unfolds is you reap what you sow. If you sow tainted fruit into the earth, and you plant poisonous items, weeds are going to grow in your garden. It's only but so long and so much that someone who does not mean good and does not mean well, and I'm not saying anybody who doesn't believe, because this is not a plaque to say, oh, y'all were wrong about me being a bad mom or good mom or whatever. The proof is in the pudding with that. That was never for debate. Anyone who was debating that is just sick. This is about a woman who, as you grow older, you're supposed to grow wiser. This is supposed to be, at this point, many of the people on that platform's senior, to come through with wisdom and to advise and to counsel young adults with how to deal with life and their strifes. This has been a great opportunity to use that platform and that voice to pour in with love, humility, kindness, and grace for not just me, because this is bigger than me, but just advising you about the choices and the actions that you make and the decisions that you make, and pouring into and being a good vessel for the youth.
So she acts like she didn't go ham. She didn't go crazy. She wasn't rallying like a goon squad to come for people, do all kinds of weird shit. So she's acting like she doesn't know what she did in the process.
This woman had that opportunity, and instead she asked and begged people, because she didn't know how to use social media, to coach her of how to come in and bully kids. Teach me, help me, guide me. I don't know how to use social media. Help me. I want to log in and talk about the kids too. I want to come on here every night and talk about this woman too.
So maybe she wanted to podcast and people got caught up and or people had an interest in a particular topic and wanted to talk. Like a lot of people. At the end of the day, girl, you come on here and talk your damn ass off. You come on here talking all kinds of shit every day. Period. Okay? Girl.
Well, the internet, people who are watching this right now, your life, because God gives us opportunity to choose different paths every day, have to be very cognizant of the choices that we make. Because at the end of the day, see thing to do. Oh, we're all on here hooping and hopping about.
Girl, get to the point.
The things that came out of her mouth, but the reason why, so crazy is, like I said, Dee went to court. I never seen this lady a day in my life. Dee went to court because, right, if I'm not mistaken, she accused Dee. I guess she wanted to make an example out of Dee. But she accused Dee of a terrorist threat. And I remember years ago when she first filed the case and took her to court and was like, oh, she's coming to my house or something. I remember Dee telling me, all because Dee told her she was loud and wrong about what she was saying about, because Dee didn't even get involved with Mama Kim until Mama Kim was a big voice, a loud voice on the platform threatening me. And Dee's like, who the hell is this lady, this older lady coming on here talking about you and your kid? And I don't know if Mama Kim has had time to reflect on her actions and her words. She don't have to reach out to apologize to me. I don't want an apology from anybody at that point. You can apologize to me, to God, and changing your life and not letting it happen to other people. But when you sit there, you're like, I really set my hunky dory behind. I feel like this to me. I know it was your day. I can sense it. Putting my hair oil in my head. Probably like that.
What are you doing? Lying to your. He asked you what you were doing. Okay, he asked you what you were doing, and you said putting hair oil in your hair. And what you're doing, number one, you lied. Number two, you're making a video, and you're talking about something I'm assuming he asked you to not talk about. Okay.
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
It seems like yours is going to be raised by you as a single mother and him. And they're going to be calling another woman stepmama at the rate you're going because you're too busy. And everybody business, and you're not paid to be in that business. I'm paid to be in people's business. You're not paid to be in people's business. Okay? You're not paid. I get paid. This is what I do. It's given that you want to be a blogger. That's why you stay heavy in the blogs. You want to control our news because secretly, deep down, that's what you want to do. You want to be a blogger. You want to be the media.
Babe, so really, babe, I know you're not on your gossip. I told him I was on gossip because I told him, I was like, remember? Because of course, when he
told you, didn't your husband tell you to stop gossiping?
I tell Jeremy everything. I was like, hey, remember this lady? He was like, no, I don't remember her. I was like, I know. And then I proceeded to tell him everything to jog his memory. And I was like, I just kind of want to say something. He was like, watch what you say. Watch what you say. Don't get on there gossiping. Don't get on there talking about her, which I'm not. I'm not the type of person anyways I don't want to say kick someone when they're down. What I will say is, not to say I'm a person that's kicking someone when they're down, but that's not what I'm talking about with her because I don't know her life. Nothing. All I know is you, most of the time, are going to remember how someone makes you feel. If you don't remember anything else about people in this lifetime, most of the time you're going to say, I remember how this person made me feel. And I distinctly.
Does she find all of her feelings and emotions on like damn memes or something? It's like, ma'am, seriously?
I remember being in my bed many, many homes ago and crying, listening to what Mom Kim was saying. Not because it was true, not because anything anybody was saying was true, because I just remember holding Jory, breastfeeding Jory, putting headphones in my ear because my attorney, like I said, I had stopped that part. So YouTube had asked my attorney to come back and they needed to get a timestamp of every single video of it. And they gave us a list of what needed to be provided per video. And my attorney was like, I can do it, but it's going to cost this. And I had already paid almost $10,000 for the first part. And I was like, there's no way. We just had a new baby. It's just, there's no way. And I said, okay.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
$10,000 for what?
Determined that was a lie.
You paid $10,000, girl. Somebody went to Tulum off of you. Somebody went on a nice vacation or paid off a credit card. Because what did you get for $10,000 for what?
So you can you So I ended up being the one to do it. And he helped with some stuff, but ultimately I'm the one who had to sit there and listen because I had to defend myself and my kids. So anyway, I remember breastfeeding Jordan.
She lied, yes.
With earphones because I remember at first I was listening to it out loud and Jeremy was in the bed and he was getting pissed. He was like, I don't want to hear that. Like, this is crazy. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, we got to get through this because I got to sit through and listen to every single video and document. And I remember it was pages long. Timestamp, 5 seconds into the video, this is what it is. 10 seconds into the video, okay, 1 minute 32. It was pages long that we had to send over to YouTube. Anyways, and I just remember, like I said, holding jewelry because I didn't want to have everybody affected by what was going on. So I put the earphones in my ear and had to listen. So close to my brain of people yelling out this crazy stuff about my family, my kids, myself, like just slandering me, not knowing me. And
girl, this lady really needs help.
Really believing what they were saying. I don't even know what they were saying. I 100% know. All the people couldn't have been batshit crazy than the devil. And the energy from the devil, he makes you feel good about things that are not right and that are not okay. This is exactly why lust feels good. This is exactly why cheating feels good. This is exactly why lying feels good. This is exactly why a lot of sins are things that God does not want from us. So when he finds those people who are easily broken, easily influenced, easily bendable, and it's like, okay, you ain't strong within your faith of God. So I know all I got to do is put this into your little nugget. Mama Kim at that point was going through whatever she was going through in her life, and she finally felt a sense of belonging in a pot of evilness. And that is so powerful.
The thing though is the fact that rather than getting to know yourself, it sounds like, number one, you said you don't know her, you don't know her from a can of paint, you don't know what she's going through, nothing. But you have come up with this. You have come up with some sort of analysis of a stranger that you said you don't know her from a can of paint, but you came up with a theory on why she did what she did, rather than to just say, you know what, I've grown a lot. This type of stuff is not going to bother me. It's not going to get me off track. I probably missed some opportunities, being focused on way too many of the wrong things, anything like that, like accountability. But you're worried about someone else and why they did what they did or didn't do what they did. Like, girl, you it's ridiculous. It's strange.
A sense of belonging in a pot of evilness. And that is so powerful. That is so powerful. But you got to answer to those things when your time comes to meet the
You
Lord.
got to answer to those things too.
You don't get to say, oh, Father God, I'm so sorry about those things. God knows your heart. God knows when you are genuinely turning your life around and feeling wrong, feeling conviction over yourself. Because there's things that I still work on and I know I'm not healed from. I know I'm not changed completely from, but I know God knows my heart because every time I'm on my knees, I'm crying out, God, please, heal this part of me, help this part of me, da, 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 da. God knows, he knows when you're okay, so my thing here right now. But God genuinely knows when you're just saying stuff because it's like, oh, I'm pressed for time and all these things happen to me. Let me just hurry up and say sorry, I repent. And he knows your heart. So you have to really strip yourself. I forget how Jeremy tells me, he always preaches to me about it, but I can't remember. Die to your flesh. Yeah, he's like, you got to really die to your flesh, Kesha. You got to do this and you got to, like, there's a way we have to come to God. We can't just, it's not a game with him because he's going to know and he's going to, when you meet him, he's going to say, I knew your heart. And he's going to bring forth the evidence to show forth if you were just saying things because you wanted to kind of make yourself feel good about it, or if you were genuinely trying to live for God moving forward. But anyways, y'all, I pray for Mama Kim. I pray for all parties who are involved in all that foolishness anyways. I hope y'all are looking back at what y'all were doing saying, why the hell was I on the internet talking about that woman and her kids about some business that didn't have nothing to do with me? when this woman had just given birth and was saying that she was going through postpartum depression, especially anyone who's carried life into this world, anyone who has had the gift from God to feel a human being growing in your body, to give birth to that human being, and to see the millions of changes your body goes through, and then to take someone's most vulnerable time of their life to use it to your advantage to make money and get notoriety,
money
and fame. But you see where they got people. God shut that stuff down so dang on quick. It wasn't my doing. Yes, it was physically my doing of listening to the videos, writing the notes, going back and forth with YouTube, going back and forth with the attorneys, all that stuff. Yes, physically I was doing it, but ultimately that was God's doing. God had a way of aligning things because he said, I need all of these things to make sense. And yes, make sense for me, most importantly, because all these years fast forward later, when I think back to that time in my life of what I could have done differently and the sins that I was doing and the changes I could have made and the choices that I could have done differently, God revealed some things to me as well. And I've been doing the work for these last 2 years to heal those parts of me and to understand my journey with God a lot more than I ever did before. Because
all right, and then at that moment you would think that the video's over, right? So she's expressed her concern. She was hurt. She was perplexed. Why would people do this? All the people, the helping hand had my back. I had to go through these videos. Blah, 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 blah. And it's at 53 minutes and 37 seconds. She's like, I went through all of these things. And then what else did she say? Girl.
I've been a believer. I've always been a follower of Christ.
And then what happened?
To heal those parts of me.
So you got the healing. You got the awareness. Why are we talking for another 50 minutes? Can someone tell me? Because I know we're not going to make it. I'm already out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very much distracted. But we're gonna try and soldier through.
My journey with God a lot more than I ever did before because I've always been.
I'm just wondering, did this happen before or after August? When was this posted? This was just posted a day ago. If this happened since you got married, why in the world? If somebody who's sitting at court because they don't know how to behave as a normal functioning citizen in a particular place, and they're sitting at court and you just got married, do they even have access for you to pick up a phone? That's what I want to know. Why in your first couple of days of marriage, you're over here entertaining this BS.
Believer, I've always been a follower of Christ, but within being a follower, no one is perfect. No one will ever be perfect. But then every single day you have to make an intentional choice to still following God. And I remember crying out during that time and talking to God during that time. And like I said, God really aligned me and Jeremy. Yes.
What you doing? What you doing? You lying some more?
But I also want to say thank you again to Dee, because for her to have to go to court and deal with these trolls trying to take her out one by one, because I know that wasn't her first court case. She's told me quite a few trolls have really tried to take her to court or harm her or do all these other different things. And all of it started because of her support and standing up, even if y'all didn't like the way she did it. And I'm not saying Dee is without flaw. I'm not saying there's a different way Dee couldn't have went about certain things. I do in my whole heart believe, though, that if Dee would have taken a softer approach, they would have tried to do to Dee what they were doing to.
What do you mean if she would have gotten married? What are you talking about? Everything would have changed to pastel. She only got married on the 25th. Go to Douglas County and you can look up the record. It's right there. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm not here to change minds. At the end of the day, the paperwork the documented paperwork is the documented paperwork. If people don't want to believe that these two are married, it's fine. But it is Douglas County, and you can look up anybody's situation and it's there.
A lot of other platforms who are a lot
more. It's there. I looked it up. I saw it on TikTok, but I don't just go run with other people's paperwork. I went to Douglas County, Georgia, and you look up marriage records. I'll drop the link for y'all just because why not? Douglas County marriage licenses and wedding information. Is that it? Let me make sure this is the right one. Anyway, let's keep playing this while I'm looking.
Which was threatening
I
them
didn't
for
save
so long because they despised D
but
and everything she stood for. They despised, like, they were so upset that someone had a voice, and they were like, you know, there was Martin Luther King's of YouTube who were taking a Martin Luther King approach with how they were dealing with speaking about supporting me, and then there was D who was more Malcolm X. And y'all know a lot of people didn't like Malcolm X because he was like, you know, you hit me, I'm hitting you back. Martin Luther King was keep hitting me, I'm staying strong, and keep showing you love. So they didn't like that there was somebody who was meeting them at their level because they were so used to being this big bad wolf for so long with so many different people. So like I said, I don't think, and I'm not saying that every single thing Dee did was just so right. But what I'm saying is she shook things up to the point where it woke people up. It woke some people up who needed to be woken up, who was in a trance on that platform listening and not realizing, like, wait, these people could just easily be lying. Like, if 50 people get into a room, like, for instance, if you
okay, I just provided you guys the link. You know, Jeremy's name's Postel and Kesha's last name is Anderson. Go ahead and take a look, okay? Thank me later.
played that clip, if you played that clip to a room full of 100 people who don't know me, who never seen me, who don't know about my platform, just you played that entire clip, and they have to go back and dissect what they gained from that and their opinion of me and my kids. It ain't gonna be pretty. These people would say, damn, like they would probably have started painting this, like hearing the people speak about me and my kids and my home, like they were talking about my house, y'all. You would have started painting a picture of what you imagined me to look like, what my kids to act like, what type of mom I was. And then
I told y'all. It takes 2 seconds to look it up. Yeah, they got married. Look, they're first of all, these two set up there and have damn 3 kids. This lady has bought a man who doesn't have a job, a whole house, vehicles, all kinds of stuff. I don't know if it was to her benefit to get married or not. I'm going to be honest. But you know, there's at least the kids won't have to question, you know, like there's benefits to being married. So let's put it like that. Okay. She shouldn't, you would think somebody in their right mind wouldn't be into the shits in their first week of marriage. This is crazy. So she put this up on her 1 week anniversary, girl. And the man comes into the bathroom, asks you, are you gossiping? And you sitting there gossiping. And you tell him you're not gossiping.
if you go and play 3 videos of me as a mom and 2 random other people and say which person matches who they were talking about, they will never pick me. I promise you, it will be 0% people say it got to be that mama right there. People will be motherfucking baffled and be like, I know you motherfucking lying. Just like the CPS that they tried to call 60 plus times to my house. When they watched the videos, they were like, what? Like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, they're wasting tax dollars right now, sending me over here, sending me your videos, talking about this, talking about that. No one, I mean, literally no one believed it. No one. 0%. No one would ever look at me as a mother, look at any videos, because I know people are like, well, it's the videos you play. Okay, let's take the people who know me in my real life out of the equation. I'm talking about just strictly off my videos as a mother. No one is going to look at my channel and say, wow, that's a terrible mom. No one. Unfortunately, I hate.
Girl, she's on this shit again. Oh my God. I cannot. I'm telling you, this is such a dark period. I cannot. This is like, if she's going to get on this shit again, nobody wants to hear this stupid shit. I'm sorry. I don't know who wants to listen to this. Girl. And she's going to start this conversation all over again. She is certified batshit. crazy. Okay. Girl. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. This might be a whole play just to get some more content because you want to have some more enemies on the YouTube streets. You done ran out your enemy, like you ran through, and now you trying to either call it back up or do some crazy shit. Girl, miss me with that, okay? Miss me with the bullshit, okay? What are you sitting up there getting yourself all angry during your honeymoon in your messy bedroom, okay? Girl.
To burst these people's bubbles, but that would never be my reality.
As someone who hasn't had some dick in 6 months, you finally got your paperwork. And that man should have been in the bed where no wonder your hair is fucked up. Okay. You finally got some pain from your husband and you're sitting up here talking about this shit. This is what's on your mind.
And I'm not going to get on the whole path of how much I love my kids because we're not here for that. What I'm saying is power.
We're not going to get on the path of how much I love my kids. What?
Is in the tongue. And if you say enough and you act a coon fool enough,
people you act a coon fool enough, your first week of marriage, boo-boo, you're not going to make it to a year of marriage. That's what I'm going to tell you. You go on ahead and continue to act a coon fool and lie to your husband. Because let me tell you about another lady on the YouTube streets that married somebody, okay, who acted a coon fool. And guess what? He's over there with his new wife, and the 3 children are calling another woman stepmama. Hello? Good morning. Go ahead and act a coon fool. You only been met. It's a difference between a husband and a boyfriend. That husband can fill out paperwork and take 50% in that good old community property state that you live in. I'm sure there's no prenuptial agreement. And you going to be sitting over there looking for a Mary Kay kit or some damn Avon or how to start up a couple more YouTube channels. Some of these bums out here, they will marry you as a strategic move. Number one, because it looks better than still being someone's boyfriend and y'all got a house full of kids. Second of all, it's a legal maneuver. It also gives you tax privileges. It gives you financial privileges. It also gives you some status because you run around with a ring on, and some chicks get their panties wet for men with wedding rings on their fingers, okay? Go ahead and act a coon fool the first year in your marriage and see how this thing works out for you. The last thing you should be doing is a whole entire rant video for almost 2 hours. And then you gonna come on here and try to tell everybody you done got married, which it's already out because people have been reaching out to me all weekend about it. And I didn't want to talk about it because I'm in my own marriage. I'm trying to spend time with my husband who works a lot. Okay. What I was busy with my family. I had to get here when I got here. I appreciate all of y'all dropping me the tea and thank you. And then I had to go verify it myself. Not that I didn't believe, but I can't come over here without knowing if something is authentic or not. And lo and behold, okay.
Some people were getting sucked in because it sounded so real. People are this mad. People are this upset. People are saying so many things. It got to be true. Kesha has to be a bad person. She has to be a bad mom. There must be some stuff going on in the vlogs that I'm missing. Okay, I'm going to stop watching. I'm going to stop supporting. So it wasn't until V really came on here, I was like, hold the fuck up, beat this bus and stop this whole train. What we're not going to do is come on here and try to spin this thing about this woman because y'all don't like her choices in her relationship. Because that's all it was. Tell the people in the comments how more stronger you are.
Me personally, I don't give a good goddamn if she's with Jeremy Jim, James, Paul, or Tyrone. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Then you're doing this of the world and you're making choices for your relationship of the world or what this person wants you to do. Like if every
I think so. Any of you guys who don't know, Kesha's been on YouTube for a long time. And I'm just going to put this in a nutshell. Kesha went from high school to college to a lesbian relationship. She broke up with the girl she was with. She ended up taken up with some guy who went off to the military. Then she got with Jeremy soon after. She's been with Jeremy ever since. Jeremy has dragged her all over this internet, having he gets caught all around Atlanta. This is around the time, like even with De'Ara and Ken, it was like sport. Kesha was a popular YouTuber at one time, and people, just like they would see Ken out, they would see Jeremy out. She went on no De'Ara and Ken level, but she was a YouTuber like anybody else YouTubing, and can get caught just like anybody else who can get caught. And Jeremy was caught out there on numerous occasions. He got a girl named Ashley pregnant, and they have a son that is in between the twins and Jory. So his third child is before his last child with Kesha. And Kesha allegedly broke up with him. The internet accused that of being fake. He was, what I'm saying? They were still together. She was pretending that they weren't. Ashley got pregnant multiple times. The videos are in my playlist. I'm just trying to give a high level overview, and I don't want to tell too much of Ashley's business because at the end of the day, that's her business. But we know about August is here. We see August in the videos, and August is a problem for Kesha because Kesha feels some type of way because number one, she doesn't have a son. She wants to have a son for Jeremy. And I think he's a constant reminder for her of whatever decision she made in her relationship. August is a nice little boy. He's smart. He's a cute little boy, all the things. And I think it bothers her that the internet also decided to accept Ashley and big her up and watch her videos and find her entertaining and praise her, which there are people who don't praise Ashley. There are people who don't like Ashley. But at the end of the day, August is a nice little boy, and he deserves to have a father. And Kesha at one point didn't, I don't think, my opinion, that she really wanted Jeremy to have too much to do with Ashley. She was just real messed up about it. So I don't know. Which leads us pretty much to today, which is why Kesha is like one of the hardest working women in Atlanta. And I'm saying that facetiously because she has to work hard because her man does not. And she has a image that she wants to keep up and portray. She got 3 kids over there. She has been very vocal about how unfair it is that she has to share her hard work with a child that's not hers. She has animus for maybe not specifically the child, but the relationship and how he enters into how there's an additional component to the family that she feels like it's not fair. It's not fair he's got a kid. It's not fair Ashley's around. It's not fair she doesn't have a son. Is all of those things she's very angry about. This is a woman who's 32, 33 years old. Girl, she's giving 47 right now. She's aging like some damn old apples on a table. Ma'am is looking very much bothered, and then is going to come to the internet to rant, to goat people to talk about this so she can get a fresh list of people to have her minions and goon squad come for. That's the play here. Like, make no mistake, this is the play. She's gonna come, complain to her audience, tell everybody how she's this, she's that, and how horrible people have been, and try to gain sympathy And then anybody who talks about it is a bad person. And they're a troll and they're coming for her. And I'm going to be honest, that's ridiculous.
Everybody on here just led with what my mama wanted me to do, what my friends wanted me to do, what my coworkers wanted me to do, what this person wanted me to do, what that person wanted me to do. This world will be a melting
That's why
pot
we're not staying here very long. At the end of the day, Kesha, nobody cares.
losers, because ultimately we're idolizing.
Not only did she choose to say, she bought that ninja a couple of houses. She has, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what the finances are behind these vehicles, but she has bought houses, property, all of these things. And now she married that ninja in a community property state. I believe Georgia is a community property because you remember when Mama Joyce was like, Candy? Let me see. It is not a community property state. Georgia is not a community property state. It is an equitable distribution state. In an equitable distribution state, a judge, not a rigid formula, determines a fair division of property, not necessarily an equal to 50-50. The court considers factors like length of marriage, financial status. Okay, but this is what it does also. When you have a man with no assets and his asset is pretty much his dick and the children that he has provided for you, baby, you could end up in a state like Georgia paying alimony. You could end up owing him child support, even on a shared custody, if his income isn't up to par and he needs money to be able to have his own household and take care of the kids when he has them. Okay. Some of these guys, they're getting older. They are less likely to step up to the plate with the dough. And they will marry you because they want the secure. Where women used to marry because we wanted the security. Okay. Women were underpaid. We weren't, I don't want to say we weren't as educated. We know Black women have always been the most educated. But because we had to, okay. But now, because there is this phenomenon of very feminine men who think they're the prize, we're not going to get into that topic, but there are very feminine men who want to be taken care of by their more lucrative counterpart. And baby, they will marry you because they know that it is it's more of a power play. And look, like I said, on the YouTube streets, some of those things apply, some may not apply, but we saw Gerard Webb marry nasty ratchet Olivia. And what helped him, not that Olivia had a whole lot, but at the end of the day, when she was running with the single mother trope, that was one thing. But by him marrying his baby mom and legitimizing those children, when she tried to run off with his kids, guess what? He had a legal foot to stand on. And guess who's got the kids now? Okay. Guess who's got the kids now? So that was a very smart move on his part to marry her, try to make a best effort, even though it still didn't work out. It worked out for him in the end because he got to file for visitation and custody as a father and the husband who lived in the home. Okay. It was a maneuver. Men are getting hip to this marriage thing. Okay.
People who don't matter. When you seek into God and say, God, and it's not just with your relationship with just your spouse. I tell people now with everything, when they come to me, people talk to me about
especially when it's a bum. I'm just saying
stuff because I'm just one of those type people you can talk to about a lot of stuff. But I always end with this: talk to God about it. Talk to God about it.
Talk to God
about it. See what He says about it.
Girl.
He's gonna talk to you. He's gonna answer you. Talk to God about it. Let Him know how serious you are. Talk to Him every day throughout the day. God, because I did that, and I've been doing that. Like I said, I asked God to heal some parts of me. Like I said, I'm back in therapy. Just to be clear, like I'm back in therapy. Because it's very
Girl, you did not have to tell us. Number one, that's your business. Number two, girl, we can tell. Okay, we know.
important for me to do the work. I don't preach this to you guys because it sounds good, because I think I'm better than anybody, because I don't think I'm better than anybody. I think that I'm walking in my path of God, and that's the only thing I'm focused on. I'm not worried about what your path looks like, or anything like that. What I know is I focus on the things that God tells me to prioritize, and I have to silence the rest of the noise. Those are the parts, my reactions are the parts of me that I'm also working on, because those are big parts of you. If two fools are arguing and one fool started a fight and the other,
You see this privilege that she has? She got her mom in the house. I don't know what her mother does. There's never food cooked. The house is a mess. Kesha, what you gonna do with this meatloaf? No food cooked, house not clean. I don't know if she runs the kids' places. I don't know what's going on. But this lady filmed a damn hour and 45-minute video, and all she did was help these kids brush their teeth. Okay? Jeremy's on the computer. She has been taking a damn hour to put some damn oil in her scalp.
a person gets offended and they start arguing back from afar, you don't know who the real fool was. So, but like I said, don't get shit twisted. Don't come on my platform talking no fucking craziness and think I won't say nothing just because I'm following the Lord. The Lord's still working on me every single day, and I gotta pray my way through some.
Did she? Don't get no shit twisted, girl. She done got some dick.
And the other person gets offended and they start arguing back from afar, you don't know who the real fool was. So, but like I said, don't get shit twisted. Don't come on my platform talking no fucking craziness and think I won't say nothing.
Don't get shit twisted, girl. She did. Somebody told her something. Don't get shit twisted. Don't come over here fucking crazy. Girl.
Just because I'm following the Lord. The Lord is still working on me every single day, and I gotta pray my way through some things. But for the most part, I don't really deal with the nasty comments, the crazy stuff. I don't really deal with that. Everybody, for the most part, that I see, I don't know what else, because I don't see none of the other videos. I don't see none of that stuff, y'all, at all. If somebody bring it to me, I'm like, why'd you bring this to me? Don't send this to me. Don't bring it. Unless it's something that I need to get the law involved with, like we saw. For so long, oh my gosh, she's just in such denial. Journey she just have her like this, and baby, I'm just, hold on, real quick, hold on. Get all these words.
Girl, let me tell you something. I'm going to be so honest with you. Her trolling the internet with these kids, I'm not falling for it. Okay.
You're learning to love them unconditionally through that unbalance. It teaches you so many things. I would say if you have the capacity and you have the ability to be a parent, do it. It's the best thing that could have ever happened to my life. But these people sat on the internet, Mama Kim, and said my child would never be able to read, talk. Everybody was praising Jaya, as they should, because my baby is a genius. She's smart too.
You know what? I don't watch Kesha's program. I don't watch her channel for anything about these kids. I really don't. I think I've said that for years, and that has bothered people. Fran, why don't you talk about this? Fran, why don't you talk about that? Fran, are you going to comment on? No, I'm not. I'm really not, because I don't care. If the kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, the kids are cute. The kids are kids. Sometimes kids seem one way. Then they get to be 25, and girl, they are scholars. Okay. At the end of the day, Kesha is a damn weirdo. And a lot of times our kids grow up outside of their parents' fugazi. Okay. Despite a parent's fugazi, kids can still be high achievers. They can be all kinds of things. At the end of the day, I have never watched her channel to glean anything about her momming and parenting skills. I don't care. I don't care enough about it. Mama Kim, we're not going to even get into it, because then we'd have to get in all the way back. Everyone knows Kesha's a liar. Don't worry about it, girl. You know what was said, what was not said. At the end of the day, to me, somebody out there might want to do that for content, to say Kesha's saying this and Mama Kim's saying that. I'm not that one who's going to do that, because I'm going to be honest, even when that stuff was going on, any of my videos, I never talked about it. Even when we talked to Paris and all of the things, Baby, that was the least of my concern. I like to talk more about relationship stuff. We were kikiing about Jeremy not being home and Keisha being bothered about Ashley. You know, people have components of the story that they rock with, and you know, her and these churn wasn't one of them for me
I
at
tell all the
all.
girls the same thing. They're geniuses. They're beautiful. They're smart. They're children of God. They're all.
She's very much bothered right now. I don't know how this woman is still able to earn a living on the internet being so bothered by what people have to say.
Count. They don't know how to tie their shoe. They don't know how to put a top on a bottle.
Girl,
Like
Jeremy came in there to ask her what she was doing because he already knew she was going to put up a
in
video.
relationships.
Stank. She came to the internet stank. She looks like she didn't even brush her teeth yet. She's still there in her underwear from yesterday. And she's talking at us for hours. It's like, girl, what are you doing?
I was not happy with emotionally. I've dealt with that. I've done the work with therapists, professionals who helped me. But what I will say is I attracted a lot of people who also were dealing with shit in their lives. When I first started my platform, I was on my platform crying, talking about bad stuff. Like, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. And people were relating to that. People, like, where I'm at in my life, if I would have saw my platform right now where I am in my life, and if I would have saw my platform,
I don't know what happened to Trolletta. Trolletta is in the wind somewhere. I have no idea. I don't know. She was fun though. I enjoyed Trolletta. Like I said, there were a lot of people here, and there's a lot of people who are not here anymore. And they might be in the bushes. They could be here right now. They could be under different names. But I tell you what, for me, I'm here. And I just worry. That's how I've been able to sustain myself. Cause guess what? I just worry about me and my channel. That's it. That's all. All the cursing, mastermind. Yes. It's all of the cursing today. Bad. She got some of that vitamin D, and she is and I'm talking about dick. She got some dick, and it's obvious.
Because I don't want to see that. No, and it's my own self I'm talking about. And not everybody who watched and supported, I'm not saying, because some people can stomach that. Like right now, I watch a lot of true crime. Jeremy, he'd be like, "Dang, why are you watching all that true crime?" I can stomach it. He can't. Certain things are digestible for other people. Some people have an interest in the minds and the psychology of how people's minds work. So some people could have been watching me hoping that my life got better or seeing parts of me that they used to be. But a lot of people who came to my channel, and I want to continue to say, I'm not saying everybody. I don't need y'all to come in the comments saying, "Girl, I was a day one kid and I damn sure didn't have no mental issues." I'm not saying everybody. Some people just like the other parts, and they just were able to like push through what was going on with me mentally. But a lot of people who came to my platform either were lost and living vicariously through me, through the LGBT community, because they felt as though this is somebody who's able to live out loud, unapologetically, be herself, go to college, do all these great things. And I am feeling some insecurities within my sexuality. And I love, like, she's a great example. And I love this for her. I love.
So this is what I would like to know. Are you still a LGBTQ woman who just happens to be in a straight relationship? That's what I would like to know. As a straight woman, the straight women would like to know, because if you are gay, if you are a lesbian female, and you were in not even just that lifestyle, you're a lesbian woman, and you decided to not be in a relationship with a woman again, and or not forever, but I'm just saying this relationship has stuck, right? Oh, it's a lavender marriage. Would y'all stop? I'm trying to be serious and ask a question. So it's like if Will and Grace got married. No. Okay. Yeah, I guess the opposite, right? Okay. All right. I mean, because she says she was LGBTQ plus. And then she got with Jeremy. So does that mean I was wrong, or I'm bisexual now? Am I still a lesbian? Like, which one? Because lesbians say they are lesbians, right? There's a difference between being a lesbian and bisexual. I don't know. Look, she's with Jeremy now, who's a man, so it appears that she's in a straight heterosexual relationship. Maybe it's pansexual, pansexual, or sexually fluid, like Wendy Williams would say. I don't know. But so the reason why I'm talking about this, CXO, I got you thinking, right? This is the deal. There were people who supported her from the LGBTQ community who were really put off rather, because it was all of a sudden you were with a lady and then all of a sudden you're with a guy, but you were full on, you said that you were LGBTQ. So there was some drama with that. And I guess not respecting that maybe she's still trying to figure it all out. I don't know. Or just calling her out. Arlene. So you're saying she's still a lesbian. Okay. Well, look, let me not get too deep because I'm not an expert on this topic. I don't know enough to really, oh, you guys are funny. You guys,
and I can relate to this. And I remember, all the things that I talked about with my sexuality, even though people like to say, oh, she tried to use the LGBT community against us. Baby, I had a girlfriend when I was 15. I didn't start YouTube because I was 20. I did not foreshadow and foresee that in 5-6 years from now, I was going to have a YouTube channel and, hold on.
Girl, look at her face. Girl, the kids are listening. Look, if you want to talk to the internet and tell us all your business, just understand the kids are listening. Oh, Mom, we know.
Make sure none of the kids was coming.
Wow.
I didn't foreshadow and foresee. I didn't even know nothing about YouTube.
What is power bottom? Hold on, let's see what power bottom means.
No, go downstairs. Mom, talking about something important. I'll be right down to talk about class. I didn't foreshadow and foresee even having a YouTube channel.
A power bottom is a term originating from gay male slang for a person who enjoys the receiving role during sex, but does so in a dominant, assertive, commanding way, essentially leading the interaction rather than being passive. Okay. Interesting.
Okay. On YouTube, I didn't know nothing about YouTube, so that's impossible. What I do know is I came on with no PR, no training, no guidance, no nothing, and was very unfiltered, very fast, and just was telling everything. I was living in a very toxic environment because of my toxic relationship, and I had a lot of mental things that I was dealing with because I felt like I had nowhere to escape from where I didn't want to really be. I never ever came back on here and got into the depths of what.
Oh, you guys are saying pillow princess?
I don't want people to look.
Oh, my search history is going to be messed up.
They're saying I should or I should not do this. I don't want to put my own choices on nobody else.
Pillow princess is a person who prefers to receive sexual pleasure over giving it. But isn't that a power bottom in a way? Is a person who prefers to receive, because the power bottom loves to receive, but they do it aggressively. A pillow princess who prefers to receive sexual pleasure over giving it, taking a more passive. So rather than aggressive, they are passive, but they're still getting it from the bottom. Intimate moments by focusing on their own enjoyment rather than reciprocating sexual acts. The term originated in queer and you guys are educating me on today. Okay. It originated in the lesbian communities to describe a specific type of sexual dynamic, though it can be seen in both descriptive and potentially derogatory if it leads to a selfish, unfulfilling experience for the partner. Okay. A pillow print, like, ooh, you're a pillow princess, rather than, oh, I like a pillow princess. Okay. Interesting.
It was coming to me. God, how can I say this? During the time when I started my platform and I was in the public relationship with her, I was garnering a lot of support. What I will say is,
you just can anyone tell? I'm not going to say anything because I've only been married almost 12 years now. But can anyone now you're sitting here talking about your past LGBTQ lesbian, really, you're talking about your ex-girlfriends, You just got married? Because Mama Kim, when was court? Mama Kim, can you drop us and let us know? When did Mama Kim say court was? Court was this week. You got married last week on August 25th. And you're sitting here talking about your past relationships. I don't care if you're talking about a past boyfriend. That shouldn't be in your, you shouldn't even be talking about that.
God started to reveal some things to me internally, and externally I didn't know how to.
You got married on Monday and you're talking about exes on Tuesday?
Handle it. I hope this is making sense, because I've never made a choice to come on here and talk about that. I closed that chapter when it happened and said what I said in that video, but I never got into the details. And I don't think I ever want to. That's not my place to do that. All I know is I had to deal with that with God. I had to get a therapist, and I had to.
She started talking about her past lesbian relationships. Let's advance.
People will be like, oh, Kesha. Some people don't want to hear it. Some people are like, they kind of do want to hear it. But what I will say.
Wait a second. Did you just see her grapple her stomach? Hold on. Let me show y'all. Maybe she's pregnant. Maybe she is pregnant. Hold on. Let me fix it so you guys can see. How did we get here? Oh, let's see. Hold on.
And this is.
Look.
So some people don't want to hear it. Some people are like, they kind of do want to hear it.
What is that about? Y'all, is Kesha pregnant? Did Jeremy load up her box? Did Jeremy handle that uterus business? Has Jeremy did it again? Is she acting? Is Kesha acting?
But what I will say,
girl,
like, oh, Kesha. Some people don't want to hear it. Some people are like, they kind of do want to hear it.
Girl, what is that under your big ass robe? Girl. Girl, because who in their right mind, no offense to anybody, if this is you, we don't know you, so don't even say anything, okay? We're not talking about you, so don't get offended. Who wants to be in their 30s? You done bought that ninja house 2 times. Oh, she's constipated. T-Talk says she got a poo-poo. Okay? See, who wants to be pregnant with your 4th child, his 5th? You just bought this nigga a house. And you really want to be married and he still won't marry you. Who wants to be there? That's not a good place to be if that's not what you want. It's the Dissectus that die. Okay. Some people say Dissectus. Some people say she's full of shit. Some people say she's acting. Okay. Okay. She denied being pregnant in her comment section. Okay. Just asking. I'm just doing a temperature check, y'all. Okay.
But what I will say to end this is, I am, in a way, I don't want to say happy, because that's not the right word. I want to say I'm happy about what. Oh, I'm done. I don't want to say I'm. I don't want to say I'm happy from what happened.
Is she pretending to throw up? What's going on here? Kesha, do you need us to call the police? Girl, what's going on here?
Because I'm not, if I can go back in time and have stopped it, I would 100% have stopped it. If it still allowed me to get to God how I am now, because I don't know if I would have gotten to God to this magnitude, or if Jeremy would have gotten to God in this magnitude if everything that happened didn't happen. Because I know people like to say things happen for a reason. So I do know that every single thing that happened from that time on out kind of put Jeremy in a spot to forcefully, and I hope one day he does come out and tell his story. I tell him all the time, babe, you got to go tell your testimony, because it's so powerful. You're the man that people need to hear from, because people thought it couldn't be done. People thought not just him, but men like him could never change and could never be healed and could never become a new human and die to their flesh. People really believe that about him. I didn't really have an opinion about those things more specifically, all I know is I remember actively praying to God during that time. And after that to say, God, if this is where I need to be, reveal that to me. And if this is where I need to be, tell me why. Because baby, this is a lot. It's a lot. I can't handle it. And I need to know why. And I remember God just talking to me about patience. Be patient. I'm going to reveal it to you, patience. And when he revealed to me that the patience that I needed to have for this relationship was ultimately for me to seek God for the right reasons. When that came to me, when that revelation came to me, when God finally revealed, like when we got to that destination, he said, this is why I need you to be patient. This is why right here. Because ultimately it was always about God. It wasn't about me having this best man and having this man who does this for me and is approved by society now and all of these other things. It was
Who says he's approved by society? And nobody gave him no easy pass.
ultimately because God was setting this up for me to find him. He wanted me to find him. God is so.
What I'm hearing is you needed to pay attention to yourself first. Like you're so busy worried about Jeremy, but look, nobody cares. Kesha, nobody cares, hon. You're having a breakdown because you just had to lay down and you got that meat you haven't had. You had that what is it called? The works. You had that meat platter. And you might still be high on some Motrin or something. You had to take some Motrins because that man is 6'5" and you're 4'10". You weigh 95 pounds. He probably weighs 230. You got delivered. Okay. Y'all. Jeremy might have had to give her a hand, if you know what I mean. He might have gave her a hand. Kesha should not be focused on this type of stuff. You would think that would be the last thing this woman would be focused on a week after getting hitched.
He's so amazing. I'm thinking God is setting this up because, ultimately, yes, I got the ring. I got all the things that I wanted out of Jeremy. But I'm thinking God is like, oh, I'm going to do this 180 for your life and you're going to see these things in Jeremy. And God found Jeremy found God first and foremost. And then he brought me back to God, who I had been talking to this whole time. Jeremy brought me back to God's doorstep and told me that you're not seeking God the way that you think you were seeking God. And you haven't found God the way you thought you found God. And mind you, I've been talking to God all that time. I have been talking to God all that time and then waiting for this big thing. I've been patient and just talking to God. I'm like, God, I know, okay. Like, I love him. Like, I know he loves me and this and the third. And then when Jeremy had said, hey, I think we need to do therapy. I want you to be my wife. He said it just like that. He said, I want you to be my wife. And I think we need to go do therapy. And I said, okay. So God wanted me to be patient because he about to marry me. Mind you, we didn't get engaged until well over a year after therapy even happened for us. I'm thinking like, we about to be in therapy and 2 weeks later I'm about to have a ring. This is what God wanted me to do. But baby, God came knocking at Jeremy's door. What's it like? Did the lights just come out? Oh, let me stop. I gotta let you keep it. But anyway, God came knocking on Jeremy's front doorstep. And when I want him to just tell people like how God even got into his, it's such a beautiful story. So I'm not going to even say it because one day he may share it and I want him to be the one to share it. But anyways, God came knocking on Jeremy's doorstep. And oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful, I got to leave so much stuff out because it's not my story to tell. His part is not my story to tell. But then I just remember, like I said, Jeremy come to me, telling me that I'm not seeking God like I think I am. And I don't know God like I think I do. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I know God. You don't know God. I've been the one. He said, no. Jeremy sat me down and had this long talk with me. And I was like, what? Like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the stuff that he was saying to me. I was like, what? I still remember it.
He was talking that shit.
I just was like,
he was putting it down.
I couldn't believe it. I was parts of me was upset because I was like, who does he think he is? Like, he just so better than me now because he not really that. But I was just, like when you feel like you're a good person, and I don't like I never felt like I was a good person. So don't get it twisted because I wouldn't be like a genuinely good person.
What's it called?
But
Midland Financial.
in relationships, like based off our relationship, I was a good person, and you not as much. Like you had a lot of pros about how you love me in our relationship, but then there were some things that were flawed. They were a little flawed, and I was chasing the answer from God for all the wrong reasons. I'm just asking God, like, fix this, God, fix this, because I've been such a good woman, but have I been a godly woman? Is the question. And when Jeremy brought that back to my door, like, yeah, you've been a good woman, but have you been a godly woman? baby, I fell to my knees. I cried so hard. And I was like, wow, God, this whole time you wanted him to bring me back because I'm over here asking you to fix him and this, that, and the third. And God said, no, I need to fix y'all. I need to fix y'all.
No, he need to fix you. So we're an hour and 30 minutes in. She sat up here for an hour talking about the internet, talking about Mama Kim, talking about everybody, people criticizing her, people misjudging her. Meanwhile, the Lord, but God, only but God, had to sit you down for you to understand, ma'am, you got work to do. You can't get this because you haven't done that. You want to go here, but you're still not there. You want the prize, but you're not doing the work. You want to be one, but you're not one with yourself. You're not one with me. Which I'm sure she still need, who knows? Who knows why they got married at this point? Maybe they got married because she's pregnant. Maybe they got married because they're tired of shacking. Maybe they got tired because they wanted to have enough time between they file taxes next time to get the marriage credits. Who knows?
Y'all are the problem. And the rest is history. There's so much to our story that we're going to share. We'll talk about this together. I keep telling him we need to talk about this together, but more importantly, you need to lead your own little series and talk about it as a man. Men need to hear these things. Men need to hear these things. Other men need to hear these things. Women need to hear these things. Women need to hear the heart truth. Women need to hear these things.
Is she going to sell a course now? Is she wanting to give marriage advice? As soon as Kesha does something, she wants to do real estate classes. She wants to do credit repair, credit reporting. Is she trying to be a marriage coach now?
I love Jeremy so much. I love him so much. And I'm just so happy that God used him the way that he did. I love him so much, but it was it's been a crazy journey. It's been a crazy journey. I don't know how we got to this part of the story where I was talking about Mama Kim, but I need to go downstairs and start doing one of their hair. So I'm going to brush my teeth and take this damn robe off because I'm so damn hot underneath here. And I probably I didn't damn talk so damn much. I probably even want to see the hairstyles. I may just show the aftermath of it because, baby, I don't even know if I can make it through. But ultimately speaking, I wish Mama Kim the best. I wish all parties who were part of all that craziness the best. Genuinely. I don't have any ill will towards anyone. I think a lot of things get revealed within time. So like I said, it was revealing to me to hear some of the things that Dee was saying and what happened and what transpired. It was revealing to me because all of this is kind of like, okay, God, what do you want me to see from this? Or what do you want me to understand from this? What do you want me to take away from this? And I'm not saying her life went crashing down because of her being on the internet talking about me. I don't think it's that deep. I think her life probably was.
Girl, we gonna see. You genuinely wish Mama Kim the best, then you genuinely should call your goon squad and tell them in my name, leave all this stuff alone. You got separate beef going on with people, that's your business. Don't call my name out on shit anymore. Like, I don't want to be involved. I'm over 30. I just got married. I'm trying to at least make the internet think I'm grown as hell and shouldn't be involved in this stuff. But we're going to see how it goes. I don't think this was a topic for a I just got married last week video, but hey, that's on her.
Already disaster if you ask me. And she was just on here faking the funk and looking at another woman, and I was an easy target because everybody else was doing it. And when the devil say do something, people will rejoice and do it. And the devil wants to use one person to make them be a fool in the key part of the circus, people will join along and do it. If they don't care about their souls, they will deal with that later. As long as their brains are filled with laughter and their bodies feel good at night to go to sleep laughing and feeling good and being in that spirit of gossiping and just feeling happy to see the vision. Like I said, people were happy to see the vision. They were happy to see Jeremy not being a part of his son's life. Like, can you believe it? These people were happy to see a child go without their father and use an excuse to say, well, she may hurt and ruin him like she ruined her kids. And she may do.
She's just talking about everything. Kesha talking her ass off today.
Do this. We've learned, we've grown, and we're here. There's no changing what has happened in the past, so we all must learn to live with it. The choices of yesterday, we have to live with today. And ultimately speaking, all of my biological children and my stepson will grow up knowing what love looks like, knowing what love feels like, and having a solid
The lie detector determined
no matter
that was a
how
lie.
it came to be. And I'm happy for that.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Of my biological children and my stepson will grow up knowing what love looks like, knowing what love feels like, and having a solid family foundation no matter how it came to be. And I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that because something so toxic and so divisive, because it was.
You see how she's over here. She didn't announce the wedding at all, but she got the people in the comments on that. My stepson, she said my husband. She got people thinking it's like ghetto husband, my hood son, stepson. No, you actually got really, instead of talking about what's important, you couldn't get up here with the receipt and say, we did it, guys. We made it legal. We're married. Pray for me and Jeremy, blah, 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 blah. You want to get up here and talk about the damn helper. You want to talk about Mama Kim. You want to talk about what happened on the internet. You want to tell people and refresh the story of people dragging your kids. You want to talk about when you were a lesbian. You want to talk about your girlfriend. You want to talk about people being mad at you in the LGBTQ community. All these things, girl, you are still fucked up. Something's wrong with you. Huh. Period.
Keeping us away from each other emotionally, physically, like to a point of not even being able to tolerate the situation at hand, that we lost sight of what really mattered at one point. But I'm happy that's not the case now, at least for me. I'm happy that Jeremy is happy. Ultimately speaking, I'm happy that my daughters are happy. And I'm just, for all things pro, getting it right. Because what I decided was, I'm not going to potentially have my soul burn in hell for eternity because of other people pushing me to points of character that I know is not of God. And that is isolation, bitterness, and all the other adjectives that could be used to describe the whole situation and everything.
I'll be like, Kesha, if you don't get about that bathroom, you've been in the bathroom talking to the damn camera all morning. Your children need you. Okay? I got to go to the store. I would be like, I got to go to the store. It's time to go. Can you please get about that damn bathroom, please?
Me and Jeremy have not come on here to talk about, let me take that back. I don't know what Jeremy talked about. I don't think he has. I don't watch all his videos. I don't think he has. I do remember him kind of briefly saying that he kind of touched on being happy to have all his kids and be able to raise all his kids. But I'm almost 100% positive he hasn't touched on anything outside of that. So I'm pretty sure whatever y'all see on his channel is just him. I don't pause sales on acres. Y'all kind of see certain things, but I personally, y'all know me. Let's just say this. So I personally have not come on here to give any feedback in any shape or form about anything regarding anything, because my real life, although it can be entertaining for some people, I have never been the type to be on the internet letting my life be my new hot topic of the day. I'm not coming on here. I'm a grown woman of beautiful children, educated, career driven, and a genuinely good person at heart. I'm not going to allow the internet, my career, parts of my career, it's not my full career, parts of my career, to allow me to mismanage the one opportunity I get to raise my kids. I make one misstep and things can go completely different. So I have to be extremely responsible and extremely cautious with how things go on out every single time my kids are involved. My family is involved. My husband, myself, my family, my kids, everybody. It's very important.
Do you think she took her medicine at this point, or she hadn't taken her medicine yet? What is really going on here? It's giving like, girl, would you go take your morning meds? Are you low? Are you on low blood sugar? Like, do you need to eat? Are you hypoglycemic? Like, sis, what is wrong with you? Something is wrong with your ass. You need to take your medicine. You need a cup of coffee. You need your damn medication. Hi, Ty Cherie. Hey, boo. Hey, 504. Good morning, Verena. Hey, boo. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all, this is some shit. Kesha's on here having a full on damn breakdown. She's talking so hard. It's like, girl, and she been in the bathroom for like an hour and a half.
Very, very, very important for me to do that. Because
some weirdo called her. Y'all, Kesha got married on Monday last week. Okay. She got married Monday last week. On Tuesday, a creep, some weirdo called her because they were at the courthouse and didn't have their information. And girl needed the information. So Kesha had to sit there and go through all kinds of receipts. And ma'am got triggered. So she's over here, her first week of marriage. And girl, she is going off on the camera, talking to us about all kinds of stuff. That most of the 10,000 views that she gets out of the over 400,000 subscribers, baby, nobody even knows about, because these people, they don't care. And the people that do care aren't watching like that. Okay. Instead of doing videos to give her some views to go with that 488,000 subscribers, she's sitting up here trying to guarantee that people are going to cancel and going to unsubscribe because this is a crazy ass video. It's a crazy ass, it's crazy.
Not only am I an example for those who are watching, those who may not even comment, but those people who are watching how I handle things, how I maneuver through things, they're going to see if it's done graciously or maliciously. They're going to see either the godliness in me or the devil being able to use me. And I want to, as much as I continue to give my glory to God, I want him to be ultimately proud at what.
I dropped the link. It's Douglas County. You can look it up. It's there. Girl, it's there. Ty Cherie, she did it. Mm-hmm. I'm not even giving it 2 years, but far be it, girl, let's not be the chat that's praying that quote unquote they're gonna be like, and there was somebody on the internet. They were, girl, this is not a good sign. So I hear you, poetess. I don't even know if it's gonna go that long. I'm gonna be honest with you. Marriage is not easy. It can be super easy if you marry the right person. If you don't marry the right person, it's going to be hell. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know, because some of you guys have been divorced, married on a couple occasions. You know what I'm saying? Some of us been around the block. You know what I'm saying? If you marry the right person, marriage is a beautiful, wonderful blessing. I just want to get off and say that first. You marry the right person, you will be blessed beyond measure. If you marry the wrong person, you gonna feel like you in hell. Okay. Okay.
I put out on my platform because I will be judged for that. I will be judged by how I sway God's people. I don't think we realize how much power we have with these platforms. It's good and all to have money and have followers and have people looking at you. But ultimately speaking, there are thousands and millions of people that you will influence. And God is looking at you to see how you influence his children.
It sounds like she's having a damn nervous breakdown. Like, this type of talk is strange, but it's giving she's having a breakdown the day after she got married.
Oh, I know this sounds so extreme. Like, girl, what the hell are you talking about? Some people can understand it. Some people who see me, who got the relationship with God and who understands this magnitude of what I'm talking about with the Lord, you understand what I'm talking about. Some people who are not there yet, that's okay, but you're not there yet. So you're like, what? This is so much. What are you talking about? You should be able to just come on here and say this or say that. I have to be extremely responsible, though. So I've chosen not.
She thinks she's Tabitha Brown. You know, Tabitha talks about the Lord a lot, but she does it in a way that is very like, are you okay? Are you happy today? She talks to you about the Lord. You don't even know she's talking about the Lord. She's just like very calm, sweet, but don't let it fool you because Tabitha is about her business. But Tabitha does that, but she's so cool with it. Kesha got something to prove, but she's really not have something to prove. What she doesn't know yet is she doesn't have anything to prove to us. She's trying to work it out for herself. She doesn't feel approved to be where she's at. What do they call that? Imposter syndrome.
To make any commentary about certain things, whether good or bad, until I know for a fact I'm going to be able to responsibly handle everything that comes with that. Because like I said, I get one chance to raise these kids.
She was selling houses last week.
so many people to intervene with them.
Last week she was on her real estate. Y'all forgive me for eating,
so moving forward, I want
but
people
I'm
to
hungry.
See
I took I took some insulin before we started, and girl, I think
and people can look at my life
sugar
and say,
was
wow,
dropping. I needed to eat something.
Like all these odds were against her and her family, and look at her, look at them. Not just the fact that, like I said, about a marriage. I mean, yeah, that's important because God has an order in ways that we should be doing things, but not just in those specific things, but in being able to overcome such a very bad point in her life and still give grace to people like Mama Kim, who sat on the internet, misdiagnosing her kids, talking about her as a mother, encouraging people to sign petitions to lose income, to lose this, to lose that, begging people to allow her to be a part of the gossip, and being rallied and supported by people who meant no good for the situation at all, but just wanted to have a camaraderie and a sense of belongingness in a group that was meant for evil. And she's still able to come and give grace. She's still able to come and overcome. She's still able to come and not come at us in a condescending, negative way, because I come with love. There's people who are not going to like me, who still don't like me. I can't do nothing about that. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to live my life. I'm not here to beg nobody to say, oh, y'all got to like me. Y'all got to like how I raise my kids. You may not agree. I don't agree with everything, every parenting decision everybody makes. I don't think they're a bad parent because I may not do it, but it is what it is. It's not my kids. The only kids I care about is my own. But I want people to be able to see that within me and be able to take that away from them with their own lives.
Girl, shut up. Okay. I cannot anymore. We went through most of this. Oh no. And if you don't want to take accountability, swerve. So let's just say there's something that happens and you have to take like, let's say Liv, for example. We're using Liv today as an example. You don't want to take accountability. You weren't homeless and pregnant. All you got to do is change the narrative, change the topic, and don't deviate from it. Nobody was talking about this. Maybe we would talk, not we, but the internet. And sometimes it will come up here and there, right? But for the most part, she's bringing this back up. Why bring this back up? Because she's got contentitis struggleosis. Okay. If you don't know what that is, girl, I did several videos on the topic. She's got contentitis with a with struggleosis. Okay. She don't have any content and she's on the struggle bus. Okay. She don't know what to talk about. So the day after you get married, instead of trying to have a reason why your hair's not done, why you look crazy, instead of coming into the bathroom to say, guys, we did a thing. We're so happy. Oh my God. I can't tell you too much about it, but oh my God. She sits up there and talks to us about some weirdo calling her on the phone to ask her for information. And then you sit there and have to pull damn receipts the day after your wedding. Girl. Keep letting outside interference in between you and your man. It won't last for 6 months. We've seen people, it doesn't last for 6 days. And then he has to be sitting around telling you to stop gossiping. Don't be in there gossiping. Right. She's going to wait till they do something lavish. For whatever reason, there's some legality that she wanted to make sure that she's buttoning up for. She forgot about meeting Lily's ex and publicly discussing her dark moment and having Britt broadcast that. And Britt has her nice little baby girl and all those things. Just a mess. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to hold y'all. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Of course, Kesha might be full on in some sort of nervous breakdown, and we will be here to cover it. Okay. If she wants to keep broadcasting this foolishness, we're going to watch it and we're going to talk about it. And that's it. And that's really all. Don't get it twisted in the bushes. We're going to watch it. We're going to talk about it and we're going to laugh about it. And that's it. And that's all. Okay. Y'all, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a wonderful day. We are at 2.5 hours, y'all. I'll see you guys later over on Real Talk Bougie. Bye, guys. Wait, I wanted to use my, this one. Is this it? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right now because of him. A lot of my credit repair customers because of him. If Jeremy promotes the out of me, like anything that, because I do a lot of things. I feel hair, and Jeremy comes home every day or contacts me throughout his day with somebody, whether it be credit, like, hey, somebody's looking to do this, babe. I talked to them about you, blah, blah. Like, when we close the deal, y'all see the closing video, but just still the point is, he really, really, really values me, and kudos for doing what you're supposed to do. Like, I'm a mom, I don't get kudos for it. He's a dad, but just like to just do it without any question, just because he just so me and wants me to win. So whichever room he's in, every room that he's in, since I've gotten my real estate license, he's this very moment. Just the fact of the matter is, I know this is a client. The goal is so instead of planning, we get to that goal. Anyways, y'all, let me go ahead into this condo. We're going condo, y'all. Look at me. I came to the Finchies to get some lunch. Babe had sent me some lunch money. I was like, let me.
And I might got a little deal for y'all people. I might got a deal for the people without wheels.